This question's about electromagnets and came quite early on in the paper. It says figure 4 shows a toy crane. The toy crane uses an electromagnet to pick up and move the blocks. Explain how the electromagnet is able to pick up and move the blocks. So this is an explain question. We must say why. We must say how. We can't just describe what's going on. The question has done that for us. The question's told us that it's going to pick up and move blocks. The question's told us that it's got an electromagnet. So all that information we've already been given and won't get us any credit for repeating it. Now, this student, as you can see, got 4 out of 6 marks, so they did actually okay. Let's look at why. So the electromagnet is attractive when it is turned on and not attractive when it is turned off. They've used the correct keyword. They've said attract and attractive. So correct keyword gets them some credit. It consists of a copper wire wrapped around an iron rod or two. When it is turned on, a current flows through the copper wire, giving it a magnetic field. When it's turned off, there is no current flowing through the wire. The electromagnet can be used to pick up and drop the magnetic blocks. Now, it's this bit in the middle, all of this, where the students gained most of their marks, because this is where they've actually explained what's going on. Just by putting that the electromagnet becomes attractive or isn't attractive when it's turned off would put them in the 1 or 2 mark range. But here they've really described, they know what's going on. They know that current must flow through it. They know that when current flows through it, there's a magnetic field. That's what's pushed them up, along with the use of keywords, up to 4 marks. But they can improve their answer to 6 marks. The first thing they can improve is the order of their answer. Now, what I mean by that is they talk about it being attractive when it's turned on, not attractive when it's turned off, but only then do they explain why it might become attractive. If they actually did it the other way around and explained that when no current's flowing, it's not attractive, then when a current flows, it creates a magnetic field. That's what causes it to become attractive. The answer would have a better flow. The other thing they've not picked up from the question, and it seems like a bit silly, most people wouldn't think to, but it does ask how can they pick up and move the blocks. They've not talked about moving the blocks anywhere. It's a really simple answer, but if they literally explain that once it's been attracted, once the metal block is stuck to the magnet, if they move the crane, that will move the blocks. And that little detail is actually directly answering the question. Another thing they could add is once that magnetic field that they've mentioned has been created after current flows in the wire, well, why does the block actually stick to it? Why does it attract to it? And if I scroll up, it does say the blocks are made of a magnetic material. So what that means is, throwing in a really technical term, another thing they could add, the blocks are becoming induced magnets. That means they are becoming magnetic themselves, which is what causes them to attract. That's another thing they could have added to potentially get 6 marks in this answer, but they did well overall.